Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Xenosaga Episode 3. Last time, we defeated Omega Id. This time, no more mech fights, so I sold most of that excess stuff. We've also made our way back into the Durandal, and made our way to the park area. With the Decoder 6 now in our possession, we can get EK Dark Device. Yes, Verde Kaiser. Okay, let's get on out of here. Now, I also did a quick run-in after recording the last episode into Abel's Ark. I ran all the way through the main area into the Yellow Orb, killed the enemies there, and then gated right out because I just needed a little bit more money because I was all out of money. And let's take a look here. Yeah, I used all that money again. I just got these from killing enemies in the Durandal there. But basically, as you can see here, I have got myself some upgrades for my characters, which, yeah, those are nice. And I will be putting those to use. But before doing that, it'd be nice to know what my character's stats are going to be prior to that. And since I have a lot of work to do in here, I'm going to do that. With a focus on setting up, specifically, I would use Jin, but experience is screwing around with me. Jin is basically one of the best characters, specifically now that he's got his next level of special attack. It does so much damage. He would be very good to use in the upcoming Super Boss, but I'm going to stick with KOS-MOS, Momo, and Ziggy. Momo for reasons I'll explain, KOS-MOS for lots of damage and beam, and Ziggy has a surprising role in the upcoming boss fight, and I will build up all my characters here, and then I will let you take a look, and then we will move on. Okay, we're back, and we're in the basement, the reason for which will become apparent shortly. I'm not going to go over in super great detail all of the different abilities that I've learned, just kind of the important ones. As you can see, we've finally reached the end and we've unlocked some of our master skills. Always executes critical attacks. This costs 99 EP, can only be used on the character casting it, and only certain characters can obviously get it. The master skills for each line will be different. I will be able to show that off momentarily. The important things to get: anything critical, counter, double, revenge, stats. Any level 3 elemental spells are good. Pretty much all of those are junk, save for the EP. We did learn some of this other stuff here for Chaos, most of which is not particularly important. Chaos will not be in the upcoming boss fight anyway. Let's see. Everyone that I could learned Best Ally, mainly for one fight, which only 3 characters will be in, but regardless. Recover Break, Recover EP for everyone, offensive Skin Down if they can learn it, stats if they can learn them, obviously, any of the criticals, counter, etc. Probably work on those later. And over here, Overtaker increases boost rate, again only on oneself. Oop, you can learn something else on the bottom line here, which has been mostly stuff that I don't particularly need, but I started learning some of it. Yeah, it's all stats and elemental spells on this one, but not really all that many stats, which is why I didn't go for it. Xion gets pretty much the best ability. Or, sorry, I keep thinking Xion gets the best ability. She gets a useless ability, nullifies break damage on herself, which is rarely useful at this point. Again, Best Ally, we definitely want that. Same stuff we've seen before. Stats, lots of stats. Critical. Now, I buffed pretty much everything else up through here because she gets like short double and the criticals and some new abilities and short revenge and stuff like that. These will also be useful. Work on those later. Jin. Jin will be great for the upcoming boss fight. And as you can see, I've learned both of his abilities. And that's because I haven't focused on many of his other ones because the ones he has are just so good. Heaven's Tracker, always criticals. You don't realize how ridiculously abusive this is until you think about double damage every attack. Not every turn, every attack. How many abilities do we have that hit multiple times? Yeah, so good. Always counters, I don't particularly care for that one, but I do like this line because it gets you a lot of good skills. As we came up here and got all this stuff, we got, let's see, Raging C3, which will be great for normal battles, but what he'll want to do is probably, I think it's Gale Strike that I like with him. It's either Gale Strike, yeah, it's Gale Strike. That's probably his best move. I think it hits more than once. And yeah, that's pretty much all he's got going for him. Again, the things we would expect him to have. Unfortunately, he's the only one who doesn't have offensive and recover break, and I wasn't able to teach him best ally or this, so he needs a lot of points. He's a little behind everyone else, so I'll probably buy or use the ability or the skill ups that I have on him. For Ziggy, we have pretty much what you would expect. Everyone has kind of the same type of stuff at this point. Short counter if we can. His ability is increases break attack power, so you do more break damage, so that can be useful, obviously. Medium break attack for all, good for normal battles. Let's see, what else do we have here? Any of the criticals, of course, are ideal. Most of those are junk, save for skin down, which might be useful. Yeah, pretty much got all this stuff. Roadstorm is nice as well. Pretty much all for you. Momo! She has the best one. Blood Dancer. Increases attack and ether attack power by leaps and frickin' bounds. She does so much more damage with this. It's going to be fun. Oh, yes. And, of course, best ally. Pretty much anyone who's going to be in the boss fight, you want Medica L all on, which she's already learned through level ups. Let's see, lots of stats. All the criticals. For the upcoming fight, we need M critical, but the other ones will be good going forward. You can go through this a little more with her and get some other abilities like double shot. I'm going to use spells with her, so it doesn't really matter. And KOS-MOS, who luckily gets the Blood Dancer as well, so lots of damage. Those are my two DPS characters coming up. And so yeah, best ally for sure. Medica L all, everyone must have that. That's requirement. W Blade was my best before, but since I didn't learn pretty much anything else, W Fang will be a good one going forward. But surprisingly, Nemesis is actually, even though it's higher critical to G-type, it's really good in this fight. Valkyrie's alright as well, depending on what you want to use. Okay, Recover EP, again, we would expect this. Lots of stats in this one here. W Fang is good, Valkyrie is good. She doesn't need any elemental spells. As far as Equiption goes, I haven't changed the formation on my party yet, so I should probably do that. There we go. So, equipment for KOS-MOS. Best stuff, best stuff. Now, I'm going to switch this. I had originally planned... Actually, you know what? Large G... it doesn't really matter. It's basically either pick that or pick... Where is it? I can't find it. Where is it? Someone else equipping it. No. Where is my sensor one? That's the one, Dragon's Eye. You may want sensor for this fight. In fact, I will put it on strictly to make things easier for you guys. I'll get a little bit less money from the fight, but that's fine. Boss can use physical and fire type attacks, so guard physical. Enhance ring, obviously. Enhance ring. 9 stones, absorbs physical. Very useful. Braveheart for obvious reasons. Best gear. Ziggy, even though he doesn't have an ultimate weapon, is still decent for this fight. Not so much for normal attacks, though. Iron Maiden, I am going to have him deliver the final blow and get some additional SP off this fight for reasons that will be explained. Protection from fire. Now, I could just give him an enhance ring. But I could also, and that's why I'm down here, by the way, after defeating Omega Id, come to him. The special weapon that he said that we needed to beat in order to unlock Heaven's Door is Omega Id. Once we've done that, we get Heaven's Door. EP equals 1. Let's go beat the final super boss and get the way to annihilate everything in our path going forward. Oh, this is the best item in the game. It is ridiculously good. Enhanced rings are definitely great and right up there with it. But if you take a look at, you know, his HP and his break limit, they're on par with the other two already, and in Momo's case more. So I don't really need that. Break limit's fine, and EP, I won't have to worry about it if I put this on. So I tend to use this, and Ziggy, believe it or not, is actually not going to be the damage. He's my mage. Yes, that's right, he's a mage. Him and his really shitty ether attack stat of 87 versus Momo's 191. He's going to be the mage. She's going to be the black mage, but he's going to set up buffs and heal. Yeah, that's pretty much all he does in this fight, and then delivers the final blow. Okay, let's go to Peta Island. Yeah, we're going to go do this. If you remember way back in the beginning of the game, we unlocked the ability to fight Verde Kaiser Sigma. Before fighting Verde Kaiser Sigma, you must make sure that you have all three of the Verde Kaiser special abilities. I guess I can't look at them through their stats. Ethers. There we go. Dark, Verde Kaiser Fury, and Verde Kaiser. Small lightning, medium ice, heavy fire. And I guess also as they get more powerful, they get more break damage as well. So, let's go talk to this guy. Seems you're not ready yet. Well, I wasn't, and then I powered up. Then I was. Yeah, let's challenge him again. This time we won't be like level 10 or 20 or whatever we were last time. Verde Kaiser Sigma is supposed to be one of the more difficult boss fights. I've had more trouble with a lot of boss fights this time around than I was expecting to. In 3 test attempts at this guy, none of them have been all that difficult, and in one of them I even forgot to get Dark Verde Kaiser before starting this fight. So, yeah, it's kind of anticlimactic, but okay, first things first. Ziggy, you are the buffer. First things first. Best ally on everyone. Everyone needs best ally in this fight. Okay, the other thing we want to do is we want to set up some basic buffs. So, get best ally on you. KOS-MOS with her much less EP.
You look just as I've expected.
Oh, is not going to set up best ally. Instead, she's going to do... I think I'm going to do Hilbert Effect. Yeah, I'm going to do Hilbert Effect. Decreases abilities of M-type and G-types. So, like, we knew it worked on the Gnosis, obviously, but it works on M-types as well, dating back to Momo in episode 1. And
it should prove interesting.
It's a very effective ability because it just drops basically all their stats all in one go, which makes things very, very nice. Okay, so best ally on you. And then the other thing we want to do is we want to set up, let's see here, where is it? Recover EP on you. And on, where is it? And on you. Of course, Ziggy's not going to need it. He's not going to go over 200 turns in this fight. It's not really that difficult. Okay, he's activating a shield. Now, what happens when he activates the shield is he's going to tell us.
Elemental defense system that surrounds the Sigma. There is a secret to breaking this defense system.
Why would you tell me that? Stupid moron. Anyway, basically, let's take a look here. So now he nullifies all damage save for one element. And that element is the element of the type of Verde Kaiser you're supposed to use. So shield 1 is lightning, 2 is ice, 3 is fire. You can use that type of damage. Like I could go and use, like I can't use physical or fire or lightning or beam, but I could use ice attacks like Ice Bolt. I could actually do that and ignore his whole thing. I'm not going to, but I could. Okay, and here we want to set up Recover Break on you. And Recover Break on Ziggy. Momo probably doesn't need it. She almost never gets broken in this fight, so that's pretty much all I wanted to set up there. I will stop trying to choke on my voice
Verde Kaiser Fury!
and use Verde Kaiser Fury in order to deal some more damage to this guy. Once we break all 3 of his shields, and he'll use all 3 of them, then the fight actually starts for real. But once you break one of them, he disengages his shield, and you can take a look. Okay, he switched right away, but if he doesn't switch right away, then you'll be able to realize that when he's not using a specific one, he's weak to beam. Just take my word for it, he's weak to beam. I'm actually going to use Ziggy for this one because the other 2 have buffs to set up. Actually, do I want to set up Recover Break? Nah.
Verde Kaiser.
Yeah, the damage from these guys is not particularly important. Hilbert on the enemy executes things like Skin Down and Mind Down, and Momo is going to do the equivalent to us.
Dark? You...
Okay, are you going to set up the other one right away? No, you're not. Okay, so yeah, weak to beam normally. And then you are going to be able to set up buffs on all of our characters, like so.
Mystic powers grant everyone a blessing!
And that blessing is lots of damage. But not quite enough damage for my tastes. I could use a beam type attack on him, like X-Buster, but nah. Before going too much further, we want to do Blood Dancer, which pretty much is the reason why I chose KOS-MOS. Momo is chosen for the fact that she has that, as well as the ability I just used. Was it Guilty Crown? Or no, I'm thinking of anime, Gold Crown. Let's see, and you want to set up your Blood Dancer as well. And then Ziggy is going to use Verde Kaiser to get rid of his final shield, even though he used them in a weird order. And once we've dropped the final shield, the fight gets fun. Basically, the whole point of this fight is to do as much damage as you can.
Erde Kaiser, how did you...
Found it in a treasure chest. Okay, he's weak to beam at the moment. But surprisingly, even though we can use W Fang, and I'll show this off here. But yeah, look at that damage. And there's our blade, nice. All shields have been disengaged.
Whoa.
Now he's getting serious. Now take a look. He's weak against everything but physical. So instead of W Fang, which normally is really good, I'm going to use Nemesis. Because he's weak to fire, and this is fire type attack, and look at that damage. Look at that damage! That is nuts! Okay, Ziggy is going to get quick on us. So we go a little faster. Basically, that's all he's doing, is he's covering buffs and stuff like that throughout the entire fight. And he's weak to any element, but he was originally weak to beam, so we'll just use Beam Bolt 3. If it criticals, it does 12,000 damage. Kaiser Flame! That's what we have best ally on. Pretty much, yeah. Let's get that back on you. She's lost all of her buffs, unfortunately. But that's fine. We can reestablish those. Starting with Gold Crown again.
Mystic powers grant everyone a blessing!
Unfortunately, the only 2 characters who get Hilbert are the ones that make sense that would have it, KOS-MOS and Momo. I'd rather have Ziggy be able to do that, but that's not going to happen. But I am going to keep going with Nemesis here, even though it's not a break attack. You don't really need to worry about breaking him, just do lots of damage. Look at that! 12,000 damage in character form! That is nuts! Oh, that is so much fun. Let's see, what else can we do? I want to set Recover EP on you. And she can set up Hilbert once again. Which, yeah, it's worn off, so let's get Hilbert back on. Where is it? Am I blind? I'm blind. Where is it? There it is. Wasn't on screen.
Ether drive.
Yeah, we can do so much damage in this fight, and that's pretty much what it's based around doing, is doing as much damage as you can. It's a lot of fun being able to do that much damage. And that's without, and there's our blade. 14,000. Heaven's Tracker, now he gets criticals. Now, what I want to do is I want to use Heartbreaker, which ups the amount of break damage Ziggy does, and on his next turn, he will do lots of damage. KOS-MOS here, I'm actually going to use her to heal everyone, keep everyone full HP. And you are going to start Blood Dancer. There's Kaiser Burst, which missed. That works for me, that's physical. And of course, Kaiser Flame is fire, hence why I'm protected against those things. And you want to do Blood Dancer as well. And even though Ziggy would normally do physical damage here, because he doesn't have an ultimate weapon, and because he's weak to everything else, Dark Verde Kaiser is going to do the most break damage we can deal. At least I think it does. At least with Ziggy. So we're going to do this. And we can take another look at Dark Verde Kaiser, which isn't really cheap in this fight. But yeah, look at that damage. Even Ziggy with his shitty stats can do that. And there's Overtaker, which increases his boost rate. I'm not particularly worried about that either, because he's almost broken. And even normal attacks that don't say they deal break damage. Yeah, look at that damage. Actually do a decent amount of break damage. How much HP do you have left? Okay, so Nemesis. And let's see, you. No. Hopefully that doesn't kill him. Otherwise, I will re-record because, redo the fight. Now, hopefully that works out, and I can just go penetrate and finish him right off. No? Oh, that sucks. Yeah. I think it'll do it if I do it again. And it leveled up. Really? Wow, I'm gonna have to re-record or redo this fight because I don't think I can deal enough damage to, I should have just used, where is it? Analyze. He's gonna have like 20 HP left. 400. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, after trying to do it 2 more times and killing him 2 more times, 3rd time's a charm! I killed him too early, both times with unlucky criticals. Weird how it's unlucky criticals this time around. Okay, so Ziggy should be able to do the final blow now.
Well done. You have defeated me.
And with our victory, because Ziggy had the extra bit there, look at all those points. Holy crap, that's a lot of points. And we gained a bunch of levels. I don't think we learn anything anymore, but oh well. And with that, we finish both of the super bosses for this game. Unlike episode 2, there is not a whole bunch of extra crap after the game. Once we finish the game, that was it. Those are the 2 extra things. Once we beat the game, there's like storyline stuff and some like extra junk, but nothing that we need to really worry about. Anyway, Coconut Monkey says something about his greatest masterpiece? And because, you know, science fiction logic, everyone seems to be able to put their brain in something else and live forever. Oh, okay, so it's a robot. Makes a little more sense than if it was an actual monkey, but okay. That's actually not Shion, that's KOS-MOS, but okay. Your hatred faded, huh? Fun. That was a fun battle. Admittedly, that was a fun battle. You just cared about the competition, having fun. I guess he's not quite the evil person they tried to make him into, this comic book villain in episode 2. Like, take over the world or some other stupid crap. Or maybe that was this game, I can't remember. They're all flowing together at this point. It's all gone. This is goodbye. Please take it. Now, the Gust of Wrist, I can't remember if that's actually good, but this item, oh boy, this one is pretty good. Apparently, I don't know. I think he's just hallucinating at this point, but anyway, that's it for the Dark Professor. I don't know what that sound effect is supposed to be. It sounds weird, but he stays there as a statue at this point. This is Decoder 3. The door for that is in his lab. I will meet you down there. And at the bottom, if you remember, there was one final segment address door, number 3. We have now completed this quest. An EK Sigma device. Everyone can learn Sigma. Yeah, it's kind of abusive. And by kind of, I mean completely and totally, utterly abusive. Massive physical damage to all enemies. There is a really abusive strategy with this. I will show you in the next episode, but we're running a little long, so that's pretty much all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.